Welcome to Quick Conversations with Karen and Carrie. I'm Carrie, the Joy Coach, helping and empowering women to live and work with joy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Karen, the marvelous midlife catalyst and desire factor coach, and I empower women to live and work with passion.
So let's get this conversation started.
Let's do it. Yay.
I like your desire factor mug. I didn't get one of those.
No.
Yet. I say yes. So what are we going to talk about today, my friend?
Well, I thought we'd kind of do something a little bit different today and talk about kind of a little bit more about what we do and kind of our areas. And what I thought would be kind of fun is let's talk about some different questions that helped us on our transition to our journey, but also that might help our clients in their journeys to joy and to passion and working and living in a more fun state. Yes, yes. So how's that sound to you?
Sounds great to me. Sounds great. So what's your first question? What is one question that really was something that you contemplated yourself to change or to transition the direction of your journey?
It was, it's a simple question, but it's kind of a deep question. And I guess to give you a little bit of my backstory, and there's more of my backstory in a lot of the things we're doing, but I went through a really tough time. I was very stuck. I was in a position where I was the VP of HR for a national staffing firm, and I worked there for a long time. I've been in HR for a long time. And but what happened over time was, as with positions like those, they just take all your time, and and a bunch of other life experience contributed to it too, but contributed to a lot of chronic stress, and that chronic stress turned in some pretty significant health issues, to the point where not only was I stuck, but I was stuck in bad health. And I didn't know how to get out. I didn't know how to get out of my job. I knew it wasn't lighting me up. I didn't know how to get past it. And long story short, I talked with a psychologist. I sought out another coach and mentor, and then also my husband. And they all asked me the same darn question. And the question was a simple one again: what's this job costing you? And it was kind of like, now I had to hear it 3 times within a short period of time, but each time it was like, yeah, what is this job costing me, And when I put that out there, and I'm going, I got to that point where it was truly a life or death situation with my health. And when it was put to me that way, the choice became easy. It was, that the job was costing me everything. And I knew I needed to make a transition. I knew I needed to make a shift. Now, it took a little bit more time to work through everything to be able to do that. But a simple thing: what is the job costing you? And I also help my clients with that question too. A simple yet profound question if you really think about it.
Well, and how often do we not even think about that? What is our situation costing us? Like for me, it was, what's holding me back from living that desired life? What is holding me back from living that joyful life? Because I was seeing other people, not necessarily like Facebook. We know Facebook is, everybody puts their best foot forward, oh, look at my life. And sometimes that can really beat down on a lot of people, especially women who have children, women who have jobs. We're all multitasking, and we get so busy, and it's just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Like, how am I not living with joy? What's the purpose? What? So it's kind of on that same lines. It's like, what is that costing me? What is it costing me not to live a joy-filled life? And so, for me, it's like, we do all have all of our stories. I've been married and divorced and technically widowed, a single mom of 5, struggling to make finances, all these different things, and we get caught up in it, and we don't stop and go, okay, how am I enjoying right now? Because right now is all we've got. Like, I can't go back in the past, and I can't jump into the future. Well, virtual reality, we can bring that in for a moment. But yeah, that is a powerful question, and it's amazing how difficult it is to take it in personally. Like you said, you had to hear it 3 times before you stopped and said, oh, what am I doing? And what is it costing me? So
Yeah, absolutely. And it does, when you really dig into that question, is it costing you your health and your time and your freedom and your joy and your sense of whatever that is, joy and happiness and bliss, and those things that you can't get to when you're stuck. And let's all face it, when we're stuck in a situation, it's really hard to see our ways out, right? So you often need to get help, whether that be obviously coaching or a mentor or someone that you trust to kind of help you with see those things in a different light. It's all shifting your perspective, and it's all energy. And I think we all go back to, women, we're nurturers, right? So we fill everybody else up first. We make sure the kids are good, and we make sure the husband, the spouse, the significant other, our parents, or whomever it is, we make sure everybody around us is taken care of. And who's the last one to get taken care of? And it's ourselves, right?
Yep.
Me, both of us. Yep. So anyway, profound question. What's this job costing you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, and one of the questions I ask my clients, the people that I'm working with, is how would support change that, right? Getting them out of the box, getting them curious as to what that looks like. And like you said, it could be a coach. It could be an online program. It could just be a friend, reconnecting, getting out of the house, finding a mommy's group, or, like you were talking about going to the library and having the different art classes and stuff like that. Sometimes that's just the little catalyst, the little push you need, to get that support.
Absolutely. And just experience new things, just take a little class that sounds interesting or whatever. So there's lots of resources out there. You just have to look for them.
Definitely. What's your next question? Do you have another one?
I do. So, as humans, we kind of always go to worst case scenario, of course, and whether it be finances or whatever it is that comes up, we are conditioned to think about worst case scenario, or we think often, unless you become aware, that the bad thing's going to happen, and most of the time it doesn't. But we're just programmed that way, and a lot of it comes from evolution. It's not our fault. It's what we were taught. It's what our parents were taught, and so on. It's a safety mechanism. We always go to worst case because it keeps us safe, right? But in reality, we all know that typically the worst case doesn't happen, or it doesn't happen to the degree that we think it's going to happen. So the question I ask is, when someone's going down that road, or when I go down that road, because I still do, every once in a while I catch myself, and then I kind of got to use a process or a thought process to bring me back out, and look at it from the perspective of what's the best thing that could happen, and then kind of go down that path. And then let's go a little deeper and say, what if it turned out even better than you imagined? So what's the best thing, and what if it turned out better? Again, simple questions, but something to take a deep dive on if you really think about it and journal about it.
Oh, definitely. Well, and like you said, when we get stuck in our mess, when we're in the bottom of that hole that we've dug ourselves, generally, we can't see past it. We can't see past, and that's where, support helps, getting somebody else's perspective, excuse me, really helps. And I think one of the the questions that probably is the most difficult to swallow, I know for me, was what's stopping you? Why aren't you doing it? Right? And because it brings up, all the, like you said, the limiting beliefs, the programming, from our parents, generational, cultural, it brings all that up. But it's one of those questions that if you actually put 100% into answering it for yourself, I had to do that. It was like, okay, my life has totally taken a different direction because I sat with and said, okay, what are the things that are stopping me? Is it me or is it outside of me? And what can I change?
I think when I hear that question, it's easy to become defensive, easily, quick. It kind of gets a rise out of you if you don't just think about it and go, yeah, what's stopping me? I'm stopping me. It's me. Ding, ding, ding.
It's me. Yeah. Right here. Well, and the challenge with that question is, depending on who the person you're talking to is, it could bring them up into that victim mode, that victim mode, and we don't want to be there. So it's important to have that support. So that question comes after the support question for sure, because we don't want to be victims to our situation, because we are completely in power of us, of what we say, do, think, and believe. So
absolutely. And it's wonderful when we have that awareness, and we start to realize that life doesn't happen to us, that we control our thoughts and our beliefs and how we react to every situation. When you finally get that awareness, and you really start to look at things in a different manner, and it takes a lot of practice, takes a lot of help, but especially when everybody else around you is still not aware, so they're still stuck in their stuff. That makes it a little tricky.
It's like, get out of the hole with me. Come on.
That's right. So, do you have any other questions that come up for you?
I think those three that we talked about, those were the most powerful for me, and the most most insightful for the clients that I've worked with. And just, it's like, now what's your next step? I think people get really overwhelmed with, oh my gosh, there's so many things, but what's your next one step? I love the image of, excuse me, the two ladders, and one ladder has 8 rungs and one ladder has 100 rungs. That's the ladder you want to be on, the little steps, because when you take the little steps, you're just progressing, and it's not overwhelming, because overwhelm and burnout and that, like, stress, like you have that, the chronic stress that comes from having to try to jump from rung to rung, instead of taking the small steps. Just take that first step. So what is your next step is one of my favorite questions. Just one little step.
Absolutely. And take one little step, and don't jump 2 rungs, kind of thing. So yeah, absolutely. The other profound question that comes to mind for me is, and I'll use it with my clients too, is when they're kind of stuck, and again, kind of in the thick of it. One of those questions is, at the end of your days, when you're looking back on your life, what experiences do you want to remember? And it's not generally, well, I want another big flat screen TV, and I wish I had another car, or whatever. Really, when you truly think about that and dig in deep, what do you want your legacy to be? What experiences do you want to remember? Because you can't take it with you, right? So you can remember the experiences. You can remember how someone makes you feel. You can remember how you made other people feel. And what is it at the end of your life that you want to remember? Again, simple question, but when you dig in, it's a little more profound and a little more thought-provoking.
Yeah. Well, and and that the quote, and I don't remember who said it. I can kind of picture it. It's not about what you did, it's about how you made people feel, you know.
Hmm. Is it Maya
So
Angelou, maybe?
yes,
I
I
think it
believe.
is. And we
Yeah,
may not have
I like
quoted that completely right, but it's close.
that. You
Thanks,
got the
Maya.
picture. It's
That's
like,
right.
next time I bring a quote, I'll remember who said it. Definitely. So what kinds of things, when clients come to find you or to find themselves through you using your processes and tools and stuff, what do you have? What are you offering your clients right now?
Well, well, you can find a lot of stuff on my website and so forth, but my website address is, of course, www.KarenShierCoaching.com, Shier. And then also where you can find everything that I have more easily, it's on Linktree. I have a Linktree address, which is www.linktr.ee/Karen Shier. And so I am a marvelous midlife catalyst. I want women to experience wonder and joy in their life, in their job, in their work, and everything that they do. Again, Carrie and we're about the same age. So, you get to that point in your life and you want things to go better. So I'm a marvelous midlife catalyst, and I hope I can help people do that. Also, Desire Factor Coach and Master Certified Law of Attraction Life Coach and Energy Master, and now a published author. And Carrie and I both are. So, Carrie, I'll let you announce that in a second. But I do have a free 7-part video course, and it's to help you consciously rewrite your job story. It's that story that you tell about your job and your life. I hate my job. I love my job. I hate my boss. I wish things could be better. And it's about showing up better. It's also about, well, maybe this thing isn't what I want to do anymore. Maybe I want to do something else. And that's the path I took. But this course and my coaching has to do with people that are either, maybe they just want to make their current job better, or they do want to step out and do some other things. The title of that course is Your Job is Just Your Current Story. Find Your Sequel. And again, I work with women who are feeling stuck and powerless. They're unhappy in their jobs. They're not sure what to do next to become unstuck. And those who wish to pursue their passions, to really begin to love what they do every day. So that's a little about me. How about you, Carrie?
So my stuff, all my stuff is found on carriewooden.com. I don't have a Linktree yet. I'm working on that one. But you can find it there. I do have a free e-guide that is 5 steps to finding your joy daily. My whole thing is about reclaiming joy so you can live a more purpose-filled life. And I work with women who are overwhelmed, burned out, getting to that point where they're just not satisfied with life. Those women who their cup and saucer, they've kind of smushed their cup, broke it. So we're going to put it back together and stuff. So I am a certified life coach and a certified desire factor coach, also certified in therapeutic art life coaching. I offer just one-on-one coaching. I do group coaching 4 times a year. I've got a couple of video courses. One's already on the website about reclaiming joy for success, and it's fun. You've gone through it, Karen, haven't you?
Yeah, it is. It's fun.
And the next one I'm offering is this next month, therapeutic art life coaching, and having a program to where you can either do it online or you can do it with the one-on-one coaching. So I'm excited about that. And then on the published author, Karen and I are part of Linda Joy's anthology. This book is 19 for Linda, and it is called Reclaiming Your Midlife Mojo. And it is coming out November 15th.
November 15th. I'm so excited.
So
you'll be hearing more about that book coming out, and there's a there's a VIP offering too. So we'll both be doing posts about that. So we hope that everybody gets on board and supports that and gets interested in getting the book, because it'll be really fun. So
Yes, definitely more about, our stories in there also. So that was an exciting project. So
that was.
it is always fun to have things to look forward to. As women, sometimes getting caught up in that busyness and stuff like that. It's like sometimes when we just have to stop and go, okay, what do I really want? Like, what do I want? How do I want to feel about my life, and where do I want it to go? So, yep.
Absolutely. And it's fun that our work complements each other, and also, we can help each other, and we work together, obviously. So it's a lot of fun on the projects and the accountability calls that we have, and being able to have that support. And, if it's something I can't help you with, maybe it's something that Carrie can help you with, or vice versa.
And vice versa. Yeah, definitely.
It
works definitely. Out great, so. Because it's all about serving. We're all here on this planet together. It's like helping each other out.
And offering resources when, both Carrie and I experienced times in our lives where we didn't have the resources. We didn't know that there were resources out there. So letting you know that there are resources that we can help, and, reach out anytime that you want, and we'll be happy to help you. So
sounds like a plan to me.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody, and hopefully you found this helpful, and comment, reach out, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll get this conversation started.
I'm out of tea. See you later.